Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward the most positive way possible. I do want to let you know that I will be changing the name. So after this, when you look for my videos, be looking for Moonlit Waters. I will have a video coming out at the end of the week that will fully explain some of the changes in the channel. So today we're going to take a look at the next 2 weeks for you. So this is April 14th, which is the day I'm recording this. And I plan to upload this and have this going before I leave for work today. And it'll take you through the 27th of April. So a couple of things to take a look at. We have a full moon happening in your sign at 7 degrees of Scorpio on the 26th, 27th, depending on where you are in the world. Anything that you have going on in that arena of your chart. So if you have anything in a fixed sign, so that'd be Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, or who am I missing? Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. Anywhere between the areas of like 29 degrees of the sign before that through about 15 degrees, if it's a big planet placement, then that's going to be activated by this energy of this full moon happening. So also the one other thing I really want to point out is on the 27th, Pluto is going to go retrograde, and it starts the next session of planets moving retrograde. And so right now everything's still direct, and when Pluto starts backing up, it's going to go back to the same degree point it was at on January 6th. So anything that you have started that you need to wrap up to finish the transformation, you'll want to do that, because by the time we get to the end of May, then we have Mercury and Saturn both in air signs going retrograde, and so communication will get a little blurry, where the boundaries are become a little more blurry, and then we set up for the eclipses. So really want to encourage you to dive on in and do this. I'm saying whoa because so one of the things I'm doing is every day I'm releasing across the zodiac from each other. So Taurus and Scorpio across the zodiac. Yesterday it was Aries and Libra, and so it'll be Cancer and Capricorn. It's that kind of energy. So their outcome card is what your overall energy is here, and it is the 10 of mirrors. So there's this, it's the seeking for the 10 of mirrors. So the sun is currently moving into Taurus on the 19th, so in just a few days, and that is your 7th house of partnership. And so you guys have love on your mind, they had love on their mind, you're their 7th house of partnership. So let's get to it, see what's going on. Okay, so that full moon, when it happens, by the way, will be exactly opposite of Uranus. So there's a lot happening, sudden changes and developments along that. All right, so here we go. Past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. Key to the situation is temperance, staying balanced, finding the balance in your heart space. So we have 4 or 5. 5, so that's change. 5 butterflies of transformation. We've got the fish of Pisces, but it's also that yin yang energy. It's balance in the heart space. This is water, and this is oh wow, there are 6 butterflies. The other one's green, hiding and pretending to be a leaf. So a real opportunity to bring in balance in the heart space of what is of value to you. In the recent past, you have the 9 of mirrors. The 9 of mirrors leading to the 10 of mirrors. You've been thinking about, how do I feel emotionally fulfilled, and how do I get that partner that reflects back to me my values and what it is that brings me joy and happiness in my life. And how do you get there? You get there through taking the initiative on something, overcoming some obstacles. So we have the page of spirals, which is like the page of wands. But look, you got the mountain goat there. This is like taking a step, overcoming. Doesn't look like a very big obstacle there. It's just a little rock. But I think there's a need for you to step out, do something a little differently, take the opportunity to make some kind of a change in the direction that you are going, to take things into a new way of being. The Mime is a wonderful card to have. You may recognize the impish real-life counterpart by her peculiar style of dress. The Mime, in your journey to soothe your psyche like a ram, she batters loose the memories of past experiences and returns them to mindfulness. The Mime then provides support to reconcile these memories through the compassionate listening and sound advice. So there's part of the journey of transformation here is going to be being willing to take a look in these mirrors and see reflected back to you the energies of relationships. And those could be intimate personal relationships or business partnerships, but the relationships of your life, they could be close family, friends, whatever, but they always reflect back to us something. That's how we learn our lessons. And so which ones did you learn things about yourself that were positive, and which ones did you have to look at yourself and go, wow, why did I do that? And so when you're triggered, it's always important to understand what's triggering you and why, and where's the growth in this. Where's the growth? And it's not about judgment, it's about growing and learning and being reminded. So we have the Green Man, the Emperor, in your thoughts and moving forward. We have the little wren there. She's about, let's get about it. Let's get the business done. Let's get it done. Let's get moving. She's very active. She has a nest with 6 eggs, and there's another butterfly here of transformation. So lots of transformative energy going on in your thing. And I just want to point out this Mime also has a butterfly of transformation up here. And so there's a lot of energy, and there's a butterfly here too. Of course, it is the Chrysalis tarot that may have something to do with it, but there isn't one on this. But there's the phoenix rising from the ashes kind of energy there. So there's a need to really allow yourself to transform and to do it in a very balanced way, right? We have the temperance card here, balance. The Green Man is about growth, but this is growth that is balanced. This is growth that has potential. So finding relationships, because we're going to be talking 7th house, right? Taurus season. It's about your 7th house of partnerships. And so that's business or personal, but it's about the balance. Am I getting back the amount of energy I put in? And also, am I putting in the amount of energy I'm getting back, right? Balance goes both ways. If one person is always giving more than the other in any kind of a relationship, it becomes unbalanced, like a bicycle that has a loose, wobbly tire. You just can't keep that thing on the road. So it becomes important to stay in balance. In the heart space, you have in the recent past where you have the 8 of Stones, and the 8 of Stones says, have I been building walls around myself? Number 1, because of the way this one's designed. But also, it's about, am I putting in the energy that I am getting back? It is the same thing. It is creating that balance. And here we have the 3 of Mirrors in your heart space moving forward. This is really sweet, beautiful energy. This is finding the balance within, knowing when to roar, knowing when to be the soft lamb, but also this is like the 3 of Cups, right? This is companionship. This is renewal of relationships. This is friendships. This is feeling very at peace and at home with yourself and in relationships moving forward. So that's beautiful. Page of Scrolls. So this is the Page of Swords. The obstacle in the past was trying to gather enough information to decide which direction to move in. This is the student. This is the sometimes it's the stalker, right? It's the stalker isn't necessarily a negative term, but it definitely gets that. It's the I'm going to sit back and watch. That's a Scorpio trait. I'm going to sit back and watch, and I'm going to observe. And I'm going to see what I can figure out, because I don't want to step into the mud unless I know how deep it is, right? It's like, do not drive through puddles of no unknown depth. And that's kind of how Scorpio is about, I don't know. I'm going to watch. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what happens before I decide if this is something I want to put my time and my energy into. But again, if you want to get to the 10 of Cups, there's going to be a need to put in half the energy. You can't do that if you're just watching. Ooh, So this is you cautiously taking that step forward. This is really nice. We've got a cautiously taking a step forward here, cautiously taking a step forward here. This is movement in the direction that you want to go in a nice balanced way. This is like, okay, I see the chasm. I'm measuring how far it is, but I am ready to step across and see where I go and allow for the healing to come in. This is beautiful. So we have the Six of Scrolls. And this is wisdom and knowledge of lifetimes that allow for healing. This is, see how their foreheads are touching? This is a real soulmate kind of energy, even though it's scrolls. I kind of want to see what the book says about that, because that is really interesting. I do want to remind you that an elephant is very large, and if all you're looking at is the trunk, that's not really the full picture. So just something to keep in mind, but there is a need to connect with somebody on a deep soul level. It's about removing obstacles to higher learning, an attribute shared with Ganesha, the elephant-headed Hindu deity. It also relates to consolation, experiences peace, balance, and harmony. There's a need to find this peace and this balance. The new cycle weighting your energy and inspiration will be one of learning and wisdom. The larger scrolls may include a map indicating future travel. This card's advice is to be open and adaptable. Be willing to take measured steps in the direction that you want to go, being willing to shift perspective, be willing to allow the growth to come in. This is actually a really nice reading. All right, so you have recognize your significance. That is a theme that keeps showing up on many, let's see, in different ways. Be disciplined in your home and community environment. It's the dog. That means be loyal. If you want a relationship that brings you this, you have to be loyal to the relationship. You can't just be loyal to yourself. It is again about the balance of give and take. Yes, you are important. I also want to say be loyal to yourself. And so on the list of things that, and I think everybody should have a list of their priorities. Number one on my list, I used to call it faith, but I've changed the name to fidelity, because the fidelity is being true to myself, to my beliefs. Being loyal to me doesn't necessarily mean selfishness. It's self-awareness of my own significance and importance as I move about the world. I personally had to learn not to be a doormat. What do you have to learn, right? So, transition and change. There is a change happening here. You are cautiously, transition and change means it is transitioning is the slow movement forward in a very measured way, which is what all I'm seeing here. And it's really, that's great. Moving forward is a beautiful thing. It's hard when you get stuck in water and stuck in a place where you get sucked in. Oh, gosh. Okay. So poised, getting ready to go. New life. How? Somebody else had that. Combination, literally. Higher power, listening to your intuition to allow it to guide you through your deep knowing. Yeah, your deeper knowing. You're going to know when it's right, what steps to take and when. You've been observing whatever this is for a while. You recognize where it is that you want to go, but to create this growth and to move forward, it's cautiously moving forward. Steps are going to need to be taken at this point in time. All right, let's take a look at that full moon, because it is happening in your sign, and it is in square energy, which is tough energy with Saturn, which is all about where are the boundaries and where are the limits. It is opposing Uranus, which likes to make change sudden, and I can see the change is coming, but perhaps you don't want it to be that sudden. So you may be challenged a little by some things may be out of your control. It is in sextile energy at 8 degrees with a Vesta in Virgo. And so there's stuff around the home. And so for some of you, this is going to be changes around your home that need to happen. There is a need for integrity of purpose and perseverance. And we have, so that's number 30. That's like a growth. And we have 7. This is the sacred. This is definitely, it's called the Holy Thorn. And it's 7. It's a very spiritual one. I want to take a look. This is a relatively new deck for me. I've only been in it a few times. So I really don't know what the messages are, but I felt really drawn to use it today anyway. So we have here, the Holy Thorn says, you have had some major struggles and may be in the middle of some challenging life experiences. Know that the only constant in life is change. Remember the lessons from the cycles of blossoming and thorny times and move forward with clarity and wisdom. Make sure you experience joy and live your life to the full without regrets and resentment. That's how you move toward this 10 of mirrors, is choosing to live in joy. Yeah, you learn the lessons, but you don't need to stay snagged on the thorns. You know, you pull them out and you allow them to heal and you move forward. And when next time you see, that big bramble bush, you walk around it. Okay, and then we have Rihanna, which says focus on areas of building yourself up. Recognize your own significance. Focus on that. Where's your integrity? What do you focus on? Your integrity. It says integrity, perseverance, and endurance. Okay, so self-confidence, self-worth, belief, and esteem, so you can boldly step forward into your life, creating the necessary changes that will ultimately change your worth, your whole life path. Direction. Stay focused in your desired outcome and trust that you are being guided by Spirit in all that you do. You are being guided by Spirit in all that you do. The light, it's early morning. And the light keeps shifting on me. But here, this is the higher power, and this is your deep knowing. There is a need to really trust and believe that little voice in your head, and remember that you are worthy and you are worthwhile, and the changes that you are making are going to, if you focus on what brings you the joy and the happiness, and you're willing to risk a little, right? To step out a little bit. Be willing to risk, keep things in balance. Don't be overgiving, but don't be overtaking. Overtaking, that sounds like passing somebody up. But keep things in balance. The give and the receive should be in balance. So you have awareness and you have power. There's that snake of transformation there too. Awareness and power. There's a moonflower on here. Allow yourself to be fully aware of your significance, of your own inner power, your power to transmute and transform your life in the direction you want to go. Pay attention to the lessons that you were being taught along the way. Allow for the growth and the opportunity to come in. Allow yourself to feel the joy and the happiness. You were meant to feel joy and happiness. You have shared inspiration. That's this 3 of Cups energy. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules, and be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. Go for what brings you the joy and the happiness. You deserve it. That's what you're here for. Allow the transformation to happen. You're the only person who can transform your life. Nobody can do that for you. And you're Scorpio. That's what you came here to do. Well, that is crazy because Taurus got the same card. Okay, this card says the comfort of good company heals old hurts. So, who are your friends? Who are your companions? Who do you want to spend time with? Who shares your vision for what it is that you want, that brings in the joy? Again, this could be business or personal. It does not necessarily. So maybe there's somebody out there that just really gets you when it comes to this grand idea, for this business idea that you're very passionate about, right? So listen to that, and you're going to have to work hard because, again, this will be all worthwhile. This card has shown up so many times. This will be all worthwhile. So this transformation, this shedding of the skin, this allowing yourself to move forward, even though a little cautiously, but in balance, it's going to be worthwhile because you're heading toward the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Mirrors. That's a person who reflects back to you the beauty and the essence of your own soul. So that is great stuff. All right, you guys take really good care. I will see you back for your personal sign in 2 weeks, but on Mondays I will be doing a reading for the collective on soul growth, and be on the lookout for my video where I will explain everything that's going on, and it will be under the name of Moonlit Waters. All right, you guys take good care of yourself. We'll chat soon.